No man is an island, and no woman either. The isolation of the pandemic has been a big reminder of how we need and rely on the communities we've chosen for ourselves. It is the same spirit of community which formed the basis for medical cost sharing and why it is such a better alternative to traditional health insurance. My name is Grace Gosnell with the Health Benefits Network, where we give you the scoop on the latest ideas and innovations about healthcare and benefits that can make your life better. I'm going to share with you 3 reasons that medical cost sharing is better than traditional health insurance. And I'll also talk about the one big worry people have. People pay for health insurance to try and protect themselves and their family from large medical bills and to hopefully ensure that they can get medical care when needed. But did you know that health insurance is no longer the only way to guard against huge medical expenses? It's true. You may actually have way more affordable options on the table than you know. For well over 30 years now, there has been a steady movement of health-minded communities providing a better alternative to the current problems with traditional health insurance. It got started in the Christian communities, where folks would come together to support a fellow member in a time of need. No muss, no fuss, just neighbors sharing their resources to help another out. Think of it like today's GoFundMe. And then along the way, someone came up with the brilliant idea that if we took this concept of community coming together to support one another during a tough time and we planned ahead, there could be funds set aside in reserve for when the next unexpected need eventually came up. This is the simple but powerful origin story of medical cost sharing. Now, things have evolved along the way, of course. Process and structure have been added, membership guidelines have been created to outline what's eligible for sharing, and other logical things like that. But at the core, it's still members helping other members. Here are 3 distinct ways that medical cost sharing is very different from traditional insurance, and how it's doing a better job for people just like you and I. First, most medical cost sharing is nonprofit-based. You have to realize that health insurance companies are nothing more than a middleman. They charge you extra money just for paying your doctor bills. Year over year, health insurance premiums increase faster than medical care costs, and the difference is what fattens the bank account of corporate executives and their big institutional shareholders. But with medical cost sharing, a flat fee is set aside for things like member advisors to help folks through a time of medical need, and administrative costs surrounding making sure member funds are shared appropriately. Typically, a certain amount is designated to have in reserve or on hand, should a wave of large medical needs happen in the community all at once. The remaining contributions each month are used for the sole purpose of sharing in the medical needs of the members who make up the community. Sounds pretty logical, right? Well, if you think so too, you'd be in good company among the millions of Americans who've decided to forego traditional health insurance in favor of this revolutionary solution. The second way that medical cost sharing is better at serving the needs of everyday people is that there are no in-network requirements and red tape that so many people have become accustomed to. Members have the freedom to choose the doctors, providers, and facilities that best fit their needs. I mean, really, in today's world of Google, Yelp, advice from friends and family, recommendations from other physicians, why do we still think that the doctors in our insurance network are superior? Truth is, they aren't. They were just the ones the insurance company inked a contract with. With medical cost sharing, my experience has been that there's a large emphasis on individual members being able to direct their own healthcare choices, with the guidance and assistance of their doctor, of course. This leads to shorter wait times to treatment, less stress on members during a time of medical need, and overall better health outcomes. And the third reason medical cost sharing is so much more appealing is that on average, the monthly contribution that members make is about 30 to 60% less than the premiums for traditional health insurance. This is due to many factors that vary by cost sharing community, but include things such as lower overhead and administrative costs when working on members' medical needs, paying lower, cash-friendly rates for care, which providers really appreciate, and implementing smart measures such as free second opinion services to be responsible stewards of the community dollars. Now, over the course of time that I've been a medical cost-sharing member and have shared my experience with others, I'd say that on average, about 85 to 90% of the people I've talked with find it to be a great solution for them and their family. The largest hurdle I see for people who are considering medical cost sharing would be pre-existing conditions. Now, full stop. That does not exclude or stop anyone from joining a cost-sharing community. There just simply may be a sharing phase-in for conditions that existed prior to becoming a member. Each cost-sharing community has their own particular definition of how they define pre-existing conditions. My experience has been that probably half of the people I've talked with who've joined a medical cost-sharing community have some sort of pre-existing condition in one way or another. When I joined, I had a pre-existing condition myself. I'd been getting migraines every now and again, had undergone an MRI to make sure everything was completely normal, and was seeing a neurologist to maintain everything with a little bit of medication when needed. With all of that said, it did not bother me in the slightest bit that in my first year, my pre-existing condition wasn't shareable. I had it well under control with my doctor, and that was that. For many folks with pre-existing conditions, I've heard a similar story. They know that they have something going on that's well managed enough between them and their doctor. While these pre-existing conditions might not initially be shareable with their medical cost-sharing organization, they're minimal enough that it shouldn't be a large concern. For folks who do have a larger medical need going on, this may be a case where traditional insurance might be a better fit. If you or a member of the family has something going on like an impending surgery, multiple planned procedures, or a chronic medical diagnosis, medical cost sharing may not be the best fit at the moment. Please leave your questions and thoughts about medical cost sharing in the comments below. We'll answer them, and your shares will also help other people understand more about this health benefit. To make sure that you enjoy more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell, as we'll be bringing you more healthcare benefits news and stories. And don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your colleagues and friends.